which is so exciting. Oh, hi, Emmy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you. So, like I said, we want to push those maybes to a yes. So when we're playing the game, they've got the little purse in their hand and they've got to make a decision right then. I do say when I'm playing the game, if you don't want to play, no problem. There's still a chance to earn a prize with my tickets. Because I give them tickets for coming, for bringing a friend, for being on time, and then I'm handing out random tickets. Gianna at our meeting in Columbus said that when somebody laughs at her jokes, she gives them tickets. I thought that was kind of cute. And then you're giving out tickets as well when you're doing the Q&A portion, and people are asking you questions. So they have a chance to win a prize then. So it kind of takes that pressure off. Like if you don't want to play, no problem. And I also let them know, this is a booking game. I'm doing this to help my hostess get her 70% off items. So would you like to pass or play? And you always end with what you want them to do. So that's why I always end with, do you want to pass or play? You can ask them as a group or you can ask one-on-one. It just kind of depends on the group. It's worked both ways for me, so it doesn't matter. If you're in a loud group, sometimes I guess it's easier to ask one-on-one, or you can just ask, does anybody want to give their purse back and pass? And then they could give it back to you if they don't want to play. Because if they get Party with Me for free, they're going to be booking a party.
Yeah, it's fine.
If you ladies, if you don't mind just hitting mute too, unless you have something to say, of course. And feel free to make some comments in the chat, and I'll always answer any of those questions. So I don't know who's Tammy's team training, but you have noise in the background. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys. So then they can hand it back if they know they're going to book a party and they absolutely don't want to hand this back to you. But they also have the chance of winning a prize. So it keeps those people who are on the fence of maybe, I might be willing to host a party, to continue to play the game. If they all hand the purses back, no problem. Then just move right on. And that hasn't happened to me yet. I've had lots of people keep the purses and are excited about booking a party. If you feel like somebody's kind of hesitating about playing, just say, no problem, you don't have to play, or you can think about it. I'll go around to the other people. The reason why you are kind of letting people off the hook in the game is because you don't want anybody to feel like they're pressured to play, then they book a show, then they're forced to book a show with you and they really didn't want to, and then they cancel on you because they were never excited about this party in the first place. But what you do want to do is push those maybes to a yes, that were like, well, maybe I could have a party. And they're kind of, they're like kind of toying with the idea in their mind, especially because most likely somebody in the room will be like, well, Sarah, if you have a party, then of course I'll come. So let's do it. Or I've often had, if you do the party, I'll invite a few friends and we could co-host together. So I've heard that at my parties often when somebody's kind of hesitating. But I just really watch and I listen and I kind of watch their body language, how they're acting, especially after everybody opens their little purse and they book a party or book a party with me, Sparkle for free. If they get that, I'm just kind of watching their body language. Like, were they excited? I act excited. I'm like, yay, oh good, I'm so excited. I'm so glad you're going to help our hostess tonight get her 70% off bracelet. She's only going to have to pay $89 for that beautiful Be Seen bracelet at your party. Thanks so much. And the first thing I'm doing is handing her this coupon, our BFF coupon, and I'm asking her to put her name on it and letting her know that, hey, at checkout, we're going to date your party. So that'll be the first thing that we do after we get finished here. And so she knows that we're going to be booking that party. And when I tell them that what's in the purse, that the option is that they could get Party with Me, Sparkle for free, I say you can book a girls' night anytime between now and the holidays. That's how I keep it open like that, and with those words, to let them know that it's not like I'm going to ask them necessarily to book it super close. But then when we go to checkout, I'm going to explain to you what I'm saying at checkout to get them to book in close. So when I hand them the coupon, they're now making this little coupon for their friend. They know we're going to date their party. And I'm kind of reading their body language. I had a lady just a couple days ago at my party. She was like, oh, I don't know if I really wanted to get that. And I was like, oh, you played the game. I made it really clear, you know, what she was going to be getting into. And she's like, oh, bummer. And I was like, okay, so what do you and your girlfriends like to do? Okay, are you wine drinkers? Do you love cupcakes? Do you like a good girls' night out? I mean, what do you like to do? Because let's not focus on this, the fact that this is going to be a party, you know? Like, I feel like when you say that, people think they have to, like, cook, clean, and, like, have their friends over for 2 hours for a Pampered Chef show, which is nothing wrong with Pampered Chef. But, you know what I mean? It's just like they think about all that work they have to do. So I just took that pressure off her and said, what do you guys like to do? And she's like, well, we like White Claws. I'm not even joking. This is so funny. I was like cracking up. I was like, well, girl, half of America likes White Claws too. So she goes, I go, well, let's make it a fun theme. I go, how about claws and crystals? And she just died laughing. She thought it was so funny. I'm like, you just kind of I tied it into a theme. I helped her paint a picture of what her girls' night was going to look like. I said, so who likes to drink White Claws with you? And she's like, naming off some friends. And I was like, you know, we don't have, and you know, you can invite people who don't like White Claws as well, you know, of course. I got out my hot, this was at the end, like after I finished up, because I didn't want to skip that sponsoring portion. The only thing I did with that girl was just handed her the coupon and talked to her at the end. Because then I shared my why, did the Q&A, kind of wrapped things up, and then I went right to her to talk to her because I saw that her hesitation in the bookings. Because the thing about playing a booking game is that you're going to get some people that might book that are a little bit hesitant about their booking, and you don't want to like set dates with people and then them cancel. So you've got to figure out by watching their body language and figure out what it is. Why are they hesitant? You know, are they, you know, they feel like they're too busy? Then offer them something that can be fun, fast, and easy, like, you know, a happy hour after work, and just make it an hour and a half. Are they feel like they don't have enough friends? Help them brainstorm. Well, if you make it, you know, give it a fun theme and then ask, like, who would love something like that? Like, need to get out of the house and have a White Claw and crystals, you know? Just kind of talking them through it, and then say, you know, does that help? I mean, does that sound good to you? If they're like, you know, I just really, really, really don't want to do this, or, you know, I really didn't understand the game or whatever, silently let that person off the hook. Because what you don't want to do is force someone into a party that's not really invested in it. The other thing that you really could do is, you know, help them build their wish list. Have them get their wish list out and fill it up all the way, like, to the bottom, because they're going to be getting so many free things and half price things at their party. You want them to get excited about it. That's another way that you could get them excited about their party. Besides giving it a theme, painting the picture of what the fun night's going to look like, and building that wish list so that they leave there excited. And I had a lady tell me, she's like, I thought I wasn't going to like your jewelry, but then when I got here, it was kind of too crystally for me. I chuckled. I'm like, I love a few crystals. Can you tell? Like, look over my chandelier. I was like, too crystally? I was like, oh, that's funny. And she said, but look at my wish list. It was like literally filled up, completely filled up. So I was like, wow. I was like, see, you do love the jewelry. You know, it's building that desire to love what we have. So I hope you can, I mean, it can look different for every single person, but I use a clipboard and my open date card. And in those two green spots right there are my closest dates that I have available. And then in the other spots are just, you know, ones that are a little bit farther out. So I have a date, October 27th, I'd still really like to fill. So I would put that at the top here, and then put other dates in here, and then maybe flip it over and put some other dates. But I don't want to show those because those are going to be later in November. So I would go right up to that person who got book a show, and I would say, now, okay, I want to tell you what I'm offering. I'm doing something kind of special. I am offering anybody who fills in one of my green dates a free item up to $100. Now, you guys can offer whatever you want. You do whatever is good for you, but I'm going to use the $100 item for $19 on a $600 party, and I'm going to pay that $19 so that she books my October 27th, because I really want to get that date filled. And if she's like, you know, I really can't do that, then you offer her your next closest date. And if she can't do any of the ones on the front, then flip it over and look at the back. but really showing those dates and being like, these are the nights I work and I have available. I really want to get you in before the holidays, before Thanksgiving, when things get really, busy for everyone as they're starting to start thinking about the holidays and start like Christmas shopping. People are going to be starting that. So you want them to like start their shopping with you. So the earlier, the better if we do it. So kind of getting people to move, start getting their thinking about the holidays, thinking about how they want to do it sooner than later, and then using that little bribe to kind of get them in a little bit closer. And then, after she's picked her date with me, I'm sending her off to build her wish list because I want her to have this big, long list. I know she's going to have a lot of fun at her party. She's going to earn a lot of free jewelry. There is a really cute paper out there that Touchstone just put out for our hostesses. I've been using it. I made a copy, write their date on it, circle their theme that they're going to use, and then send them off with that with their catalog as their host packet. All right, I am going to look at the chat. Sorry, I didn't pull it up so I can't see. Oh, there aren't many people that don't like White Claws. That's so true, Janet. Yeah. Okay. Brownies and bling. Yes. You guys are so funny. I love it. I love what you guys are saying. Okay, good. I just making sure there was no questions over there off to the side. So what I love about this game is it's really helped me go from booking 1 to 2 parties, each party, to like 2 to 3. And with that opportunity also comes a chance to talk with your hostess. So I wanted to share one sponsoring tip that has really been working for me. Because I've been booking more parties at my party because of the game, I have been using your show is finished, let's wrap it up sheet. Some ladies, I think Emmy has one that looks a little bit different than mine. So, but it's pretty much the same idea. It's, it's like, and we can always post these too. It's what are the show sales? So like at the end of the party, I'm going to write it in. I'm going to tell her how much free jewelry she has. If she's, got her $100 item, how many half pricers, who booked, and their dates, because we picked the dates right there. I might even write the themes in. When we're closing the party, and she should already know that because I would have been talking about that before the party. But write down here how much money a consultant would have made. And I always put that in there. I calculate the 25%. My party yesterday was a little bit lower of a party, but she's still like a consultant still would have made $160 at her party. I was like, wow. I mean, that's still really, I was only there an hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes. And I'm like, wow, that's really still really good money for your time. So I wrote it in and I said, I just want to let you know where the party is so far. You've got several friends who have booked a party. I don't know if you've ever thought about doing something like this, but a consultant on a party like yours would have made $162. Is this something that you'd like to talk a little bit more about and see if this could be a good fit for you? Have you ever done anything like this before? Just kind of asking some questions and listening, and I would let her know, because you have an opportunity of these 3 bookings. Like, people would just work really hard for 3 bookings, and here, these are handed to you in your lap. And I've got these scheduled for the end of October and November. So you can take those. If those dates don't work for you, you can change them. What do you think? And then, maybe talking a little bit about why maybe she could use this business. Of course, talking about the money, and what she would do with it. And I was also listening, to her talk to her friends too. Because if there's anything that I could kind of catch on that maybe she could use the money for, I could kind of wrap this into why this would be a good, something good for her. And also, this wouldn't be the first time that I've offered this business to her, because I would have, when I booked her, I would have talked about it as well, sent her with an opportunity brochure. But if you never got a chance to talk to her about the opportunity, make sure you don't leave the party without offering that opportunity. Whether you got 1 booking or none or 4, share that with her. I've been taking the printout of the kit and then the opportunity flyer. I make a folder for each of my hostesses, and then inside it is this sheet, the wrap it up sheet, the opportunity brochure, and then the kit flyer, so that I don't forget to give those to her. Now, if I'm there and early enough, and while she's kind of showing me what items she loves that would like to get at 70% off, I might talk about that at the beginning of the party a little bit, and give her the kit flyer and talk more about the opportunity, and then let her know, watch what I do tonight and see how fun it is and how easy it is and what great money you can make per hour. So I might give that little teaser at the beginning and then wrap it up by showing her how much money someone would have made off a party like hers, and what an opportunity she has with these bookings, and see if she has any interest in doing something like this. And if she does, then you could talk to her more that evening, or follow it up with set up a call to talk the next day. And of course, that party right there has already happened, so that's yours. You're going to close it up. She's going to get all the host benefits. But there was tons of her friends who couldn't come, I'm sure, because that happens at every party. Friends that aren't able to make it or cancel last minute. Then she can still, in a few weeks, host a launch party and invite those friends who couldn't come to her first party to come and see her jewelry, and even host a party in her own name as her launch and get more bookings. Okay, we've got a couple questions over here, and then, or a question. Do you take the order while booking a date and then send her to fill the wish list? Okay, that's a good idea. That's a good question. Actually, I set the date, then send her to go fill the wish list while I'm mingling with other people. And then I kind of follow back up with her and I say, okay, so what off of your wish list were you wanting to get tonight? I don't assume that she doesn't want to get anything. I never act like that, because then they'll be like, oh yeah, maybe I should wait for my party. And if she's hesitant, I always say, well, you definitely want to get something to support our hostess tonight, and so you can wear it around and show it off, so that you can let people know you're having a party. Look what I got. Look how beautiful it is, so that you can show. And you want them not to like skip purchasing something just because they're having a party. So I hope that helps, Tish. Any other questions that you guys have about the booking game into booking people and keeping the bookings close, sponsoring your hostess? I have one last little thing, but I didn't want to move on until I got those questions answered. So who's got one?
Okay, girls, pipe up. This is your chance to ask Sarah. Come on. You can unmute you. I know I went through it with a lot of people.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Emmy. Yeah, you might be muted if you're talking and I can't hear you.
Leanne looks like she posted, what is some verbiage if they back out of a party booked?
I guess it depends, kind of, Leanne, on what they're saying. Like,
can I unmute you, Leanne, just to make sure? Here, let me go to gallery view real quick. And
yeah, thank you.
Let me see. I saw you on here. So is that okay? Can I unmute you? Okay.
I went ahead and unmuted. Hi.
Hey.
So yeah, I guess I was just curious if they booked and they call up. You had some comments earlier that were graceful if someone wasn't really sure about a party. How do you tell if, what direction you should take it? Maybe they do. I'm not sure. You guys have probably encountered it. I haven't really had my first party yet, so.
Yeah. If they've set a date with me, I'm like, 99% sure that party's going to hold, unless something, for me, unless something comes up, like as far as like someone's sick or, something strange happens in their family to get it rescheduled. But I will tell you that it has happened before where, somebody set a date with you and they're like, I want to reschedule my party, or I don't want to do the party, or whatever it might be. I always ask them why. I always say, oh, well, do you mind telling me why? You seemed really excited about it, at the party, or reminding them of like the theme or something fun that we were going to do. I always like to ask why. I'm not a person to kind of like dig very far. I will ask why and like listen. If it's something an objection that we could overcome, like, oh, I didn't realize that I'm doing a remodel in my house. It's easy to change a location. Or if it's a night where everybody has soccer practice and she didn't realize it, well, let's move it to the next week. Sorry, you guys, in the background. Let's move it to the next week, but on a different day. or that weekend or whatever it might be. So kind of just talking it through with her because, reschedules are going to happen. But I guess maybe most of my verbiage that I was talking about tonight was at the party and how to get people to book who really want to book and to get them excited and ramped up at their party so they don't reschedule on you or reach out to you and say, hey, can we move it? But
I would also add too, why is now a good time? I mean, it's the holidays. Everybody has a reason to buy. So even if they need to tweak or change their date, that this is the best time to sell. And also reminding them that their prior hostess is so excited about their 70% off piece. So reminding them of that coupon that is very important to print off, to have at every party. So when somebody books, and I know Sarah does this, when somebody books, she passes that coupon and has them fill out. So I think those two things are just reminding them, oh my goodness, it's the fall winter catalog, it's new, and this is the best time. Jewelry is the number one reason to give us gifts. And also your hostess is so excited about whatever piece it was that she picked out to be able to get 70% off. I think if you tie it back to that, those things can really help even navigate a new date or a new location or something along that lines during this time of season. So I would say between all of that, what Sarah said, and just those factors, I think it's a quick and easy turnaround to get people, oh yeah, yeah, okay, I just needed affirmation why I did what I did. So at the party.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's good, Emmy. Melinda said you had a question.
Yes. Sarah, I've played the booking game with just the envelopes before. Do you feel like you have more people that want to play with the purses versus just the envelope?
Yeah.
Because it makes it a little more fun.
Yeah, I think so. I think the purses are cute. It's intriguing to people. They're like, oh, what's that for? And I'm like, oh, this is a fun part, girls. Everybody's going to get a purse. I'm handing it out. I don't think people want to hand them back because they are so cute, It's a little bit different than the envelope game too, Melinda. I don't know. Are you having them roll the dice and then get an envelope?
Yes.
Okay. The reason why I ended up switching to something like this only is because I kept it really simple. So mine only say, there's no grand prize in there. Mine only say, win a prize. And I show a cute little bag. I'm like, I've got some cute prizes in here. I'll pass it around. And another consultant from the East Coast was telling me that she says there's a little bubbly and a little bling in here. And she's got like blingy pens and she's got little champagne bottles in there.
And then she lets them choose?
Yeah, she lets them choose.
Okay, fun.
Yeah. And I've been doing that too. So I've just got this little bag. I hand it, when they win a prize, I hand it to them.
Okay.
And that's the same bag that they're drawing the prize from. I'm drawing the prize from too when I do the tickets and draw a winner at the end.
Okay.
But half of them say that, and my other half say, party with me, sparkle for free. And I tell them, I've got a little extra gift for you for booking a girls' night with me. That's it. I keep it so simple. And I think that that's really helped, like not a ton of extra prizes or explanation. I'm not giving away anything big. I'm still booking lots of parties at every party. So I think the simpler it is, the easier it is to explain, the less you have to spend. And people are still excited to book. And then I use kind of like my jewelry bribe / grand prize, kind of thing when I use the open date card to get them to choose a closer date.
Okay.
So, I don't know if that helps, but
yeah, it does.
This little thing, I think it's easy. A girl came in late to my party yesterday, and they're like, "Oh, Sarah's got to tell you about the purse thing." And see, like if you miss the dice game, I feel like I don't know. I guess maybe you could kind of pick it back up still too. But I'm like, okay, pick a little purse, and she picked it out. And I go, now this is what's in there, could be in there. And I told her the whole spiel. I go, do you want to play? I'm sorry, do you want to pass? I always try to do the play last. You want to pass or do you want to play? And she's like, well, maybe I want to play, but I just walked in. Can I hold it for a little bit? I'm like, sure, So it's kind of easy and fun and sparkly. Yeah. They're sparkly. So I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Can you show your purses?
Yes. Yeah.
Let me bring you back up to being in the spotlight
Thank
because
you.
we've got a lot of video in the background. There we go.
So it's a keychain. It's on Amazon.
But then you pull the
I
keychain
saw
off.
the price went up. I was laughing. I was like, I think it's because we're all buying them. I was like,
Well, and I think there's only like 9 left of the dozen, but you can get like a dozen of them for $20 or something like that.
Okay.
$19. Yeah. And they just open up, and inside is honestly just my paper. Like this one says pick a prize.
Okay.
So, yep.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Simple and easy. And if you're in Team Destiny, I'll make sure I post that
Yes.
link. But I think I checked it today and there was like 10, and I know a couple people were ordering them just because I had calls with people. So I don't know how many are left of those particular style. But we do have other little purses that like Gianna uses a little bit different. I use a little bit different, but those are super cute. I love them. And they are reasonable because the shipping is free if you have Prime. So.
Yes. The Yvonne actually went live in the TC Glam Gals group. I don't know if it's something you could share in Team Destiny. I mean, you can't. Oh, good. But she actually went through exactly what her and I have been using with the simpler version. So feel free to watch that video after Emmy shares it and see what you think. I know lots of people are using the, book a show, grand prize, win a prize, and it's working. And if it's working for you, keep going. I mean, don't change it up. I just know that this seemed really simple for me. I could use it at restaurant parties because I hold a lot of restaurant parties. I could just bring the purses around and they're in a small, compact area. And I didn't have to do a lot of explaining. It's just like, it's this or this. Do you want to play or pass? Or pass or play. I'm going to get right.
And Sarah, I want to ask your opinion when somebody passes it back to you, and what do you do? Because with checkout, like, are you still asking them? I know that is not to put you on the spot, but I really feel like a lot of the girls want to know, like, okay, they pass it back. I've gotten a couple people that have said they're going to keep them. What do you do to try to ensure? I know our goal is always 2 parties at every party to keep that business going. What do you do to ensure that you get that other booking?
Yes. So I do this with the people who passed it back and who also played but win a prize. Because if they played, I kind of think in their mind they were like slightly willing to host a party. So at checkout, after I'm looking at their wish list, like, oh my goodness, you have such a big wish list. I want to give you one last special. Roll these 3 dice. I've been having my dice still at my checkout because I've used the dice for all my years at Touchstone to book my parties. So this is kind of like my backup. If I didn't get my 2 bookings, or if I want more, and from the room, and I felt like I could have booked more. So I have them roll it. They roll it. It rolls out to 12. All 3 dice add up to 12. And I say, I want to let you know that I am offering, if you book between now and the end of November, $100 piece for $12. Would you like to get one of your pieces that you're not getting tonight for $12? And that's just my gift to you for hosting a $600 show, or a qualified show, you could say. It's qualified to get the $100 item. So I've been asking those ladies at checkout to make sure I don't miss anybody. Because if they came in late, they didn't understand the game, they felt whatever it might have been, I still want to make sure that I at least ask them at checkout. And that's been working. I've booked 2 parties that way. One, a lady kind of didn't understand the game, was nervous, and then the other won a prize, and she's like, okay, I gotta have that Be Seen bracelet. And I said, okay, let me tell you what I'm offering. And I said, roll these dice. So I don't know, does that help, Emmy?
Absolutely, it does.
Ah, good.
Did it help everybody else? I mean, do you guys feel like, as far as checkout goes? I'm looking at everybody, making sure I get the nod. Sorry, I'm looking as I'm talking, and I can't do both tonight.
I know.
My brain is a little fried. We had a busy weekend, so. Yes.
Yeah, and you guys, I have to tell you something. You have to role play this. You have to say it out loud. Like, I'm in my car, and I'm like talking to myself the entire way there, practicing this game, so it comes out natural. You've got to find what kind of gets you in your groove and what you feel comfortable saying to people. Because once you feel comfortable, that's where I think it kind of clicks in, and you really start booking more and more parties. even at checkout, kind of practicing that, okay, what to say in this situation, what to say in this situation. Those are great role play opportunities, or talk to yourself.
Well, and two, just a reminder to everybody that the purse game is to help those people that would be on the fence of booking a party, like those ones that are like, yeah, you know what? I love free. I love getting the girlfriends together, helps them get them over. Checkout is where you're kind of finding out what maybe is standing in their way from booking a party. So you're still wanting to ask and do that dice follow-up, because there could be, an objection that they don't realize you can overcome. Or maybe sometimes they're just like, yeah, I'm not into asking my friends. But then all of a sudden you say, well, here's a list of different options. Like, I do fundraisers, I do this, I do office parties. And they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize you did those type of things. And it then sparks some interest of, oh, I don't have to get my girlfriends together. You can come to my office and do a party during lunch hour. I would love to do that. Or, oh my gosh, I'm so passionate about the animal shelter, and I would love to do something along the lines of that, because then I feel like it's okay if I invite you over to have my friends come, because that's a cause I can stand behind, and it's kind of going back to something and not just me. So I think it's just a twofold, is you've got to make sure that you use that game element to get those people that are your party givers normally, and it gets them over the fence. And then there's the checkout, which helps those people that are not typically party givers, and you're kind of helping them overcome different obstacles as to why now parties are good. Okay, I think Charmaine has a question. Let me look. Sorry, I'm gonna pull it up. Where do you get, I think we posted, Amazon. I'm gonna get that. Did you have another question, Charmaine? Let me unmute you. Oh, maybe you didn't. It was Chantel that had one. Sorry. I saw a hand raise. Let me see if I can unmute you. Go ahead. Are you there? Did she accidentally? Maybe she accidentally raised her hand. Okay.
No problem. One last thing I wanted to end with. Oh, Emmy, do you have something? Go ahead.
Yes. How do you clarify if you were to offer the dice, and then they expect to host the offer for the $100 item for 19? I know you use that form. So can you just real quick share how you pass that form with the special and everything on it? You know what I mean? That you
yes.
do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So I have the October flyers printed out. Is that what you're talking about, Emmy? Mm-hmm. Yeah. With the monthly special on it. It says they get an extra $100 piece for $19. It also has the special underneath. So if I offered someone that, that $100 item for $12, I'm going to cross out the 19. I write in the $12, and I put that with I say, and this is just information about you're going to get the $100 item for $12 with a $600 party. All that's in here. And here's the special for your party. And if they seem like, oh my goodness, 600 sounds like a lot. Which you can kind of just read people. But I always act like that's not a big deal at all. I'm like, our average party in Ohio is around $800, and the party tonight was well over $600. So that'll be easy for you. And when you set the expectation and the bar high, I feel like people climb and they reach it. When you start, and then, at that point, after I met her and booked her, even in my first times of host coaching her, I'm going to be talking about $1,000 party. So if, with the $1,000 party, this is what you're going to get, and be talking about that $1,000 party. So that 600 is easy to get to. And so that they're always hitting the 600 at least. And then we never have to worry about that $100 item. But yeah, I use our sheet, our October, and then they'll come out with the November one. I'll print those off. I'll print like 10 or 12 for the month. So.
And just to let you guys know, if you're brand new, it is the minimum is $100 piece for 19 minimum. So you can always guarantee that you can offer that $100 piece for 19 or 12 so it says, somebody had messaged me privately, how do you charge that $12? So when you go into the hostess, and let's say Susie was my hostess, and her show was $700 in sales, and it lets me put in her free credit, but it also has right underneath the hostess credit $100 piece for 19. So I asked her what she'd like to get for the $12. Let's just say it was $12. She wanted the rose gold ice bracelet. So I put that in. When I go to payment, what I do is I put in my difference of the 19. So that would be $8. And so I would put in credit card, select mine in the drop down, put $8. And then the remainder balance, I would charge her card for, because it lets me do multiple payments on that. And that's how I would do the difference of the $12, just for anybody that is wondering how you do that. That is new, because I know we have a lot of new people that will be obviously watching this. So one of the cool things about our system is you can do multiple payments. And I even say, when I even take people's customer orders, I always say the husband need not know plan, 2 credit cards and a check, 1 credit card cash and a check, whatever you need to do. And it's a little joke. So, and people take you up on that. It's kind of cray. So, but hey, I'll take it. Buy me some bling.
I love it. I want to share one booking tip that's really been working for me. People love a good theme. So have like your top themes like in your mind for this season. There's so many good ones out there. Every time I talk about, I'm trying to, one of my open dates is like the 29th or the 30th or the 27th. I talk about, wouldn't it be fun to have like a boutique, like a play on words and have it like Halloween theme. We can keep it really simple. You could do like cider or spiked cider and some, pumpkin spice is huge, pumpkin spice cookies or, just something simple.
I think we lost her. Is it just me? Shake your head no. Okay. All right. She was talking about themes. Cocoa and crystals is a one that right now you can do like a cocoa bar where it's marshmallows and white chocolate and peppermint, different things like that. What are some other crystals and cocktails? Like she said, pumpkin spice and everything ice is a big one. So you can do something like that where it's pumpkin bread or some pumpkin cookies. What are some other themes? I mean, leaders kind of pipe in. It looks like several people are frozen. Maybe it's not. Anybody else want to pipe in some themes that they feel like are really, I know the sip and sparkles are always good. And I always put on my invitations that they bring a bottle of wine to share. It's an extra 10 tickets for the jewelry giveaway or sparkle giveaway, which is just my little charms, something quick and easy.
Cookie swap.
Cookie swap. That's right. You've been doing those and they've been really successful, especially
those are
holidays.
My drinking friends. If I have any, hostesses that don't drink, which sometimes comes up, not everybody wants to have alcohol at their parties. So a cookie swap is a nice idea, or cupcakes and crystals, or bling and brunch, and the non-alcoholic ones.
Yep. Love them. Yep. Anybody else that have any themes that are working for them currently? We've been doing a lot of blingos. So if you have some other people in the area, I think it's really nice to be able to tag team with several people. We did another one last week in Illinois, and this coming up week we have one in Dayton, and it's just, they're really, really good to be able to get those people that say, I only have a couple friends, so I'm not sure who I would invite. Oh, you know what? I have a bingo event. And so tag teaming, you just play a couple rounds of bingo. You get a cheap bingo kit from Walmart for $19 and you guys have some fun, do a couple rounds. Each of you guys bring a piece of jewelry and it's just kind of something different. And so it just allows you to tag team with some other consultants so that you can tell that hostess that has 3 to 4 people, bring them. You get a few $100s in orders, you still get free and half priced items. Who doesn't like to hit the 50% off racks? You have 3, 4 hostesses on one night, you're able to just go around and help each of them out and be able to close out their orders and stuff like that. So that's another great way to be able to have multiple parties. If you're like, man, I really have some certain goals that I want to hit, but I only have so many free nights. And that's a great way to be able to do it. So tag team, ask within our teams, whether or not you're in TC Glam Gals or Team Destiny, who's around in my area that would love to network together. I mean, what a great way to be able to build your business together. You have 5 or 6 people come, and then you have a hostess that has 5 or 6 people come. You have another consultant that has a handful of people coming. It feels like just such a fun night. And so those are really great for the holidays too. Any other questions? Because I know we're kind of hitting that time, and it's 9:13, and I don't want to keep you guys any. Oh, somebody said Spook and Sparkly. Idea halftime party, football, beer and bling. Yep, those are really good. Anything else that you guys, is there a video on how Blingo works? Blingo is just, it's basically all we're doing, and I'll do a quick rundown. It's literally the show presentation. We take just who Touchstone and Swarovski is. We play a round of bingo. We showcase the jewelry and all the different ways to wear it, have them find it in the catalog for extra tickets. We play another round of bingo. We do the hostess benefits and share a little bit about why we do the business, and do some Q&A where they get extra tickets, and wrap it up with the wish list. So you can choose depending on how many people are there. If you only have 2 consultants, do 2 rounds, 1 piece of jewelry for each round. If you have more than 2 people, do 3 rounds. And then you can have a piece of jewelry for each of those rounds. So you can kind of sprinkle them in. It's literally just the show presentation with a round of bingo in between each of different segments. Simple and easy. I never do more than 4 rounds of bingo. I usually tend to do, even with big crowds, I do 3 rounds of bingo, and then I do a giveaway for the Q&A with the tickets of finding it in the catalog. So simple and easy, but people have so much fun, because who doesn't like to play bingo? I do add an extra little spin that if they're one away, because I've been on multiple incentive trips, and I always say my very first one was on a cruise. And so the guy that was running our Blingo event, he was from England. And I said, the way that I always say that is, if you're one away, you must stand up and shake your bingo booty. So everybody within the bingo, if they're one away, you should see it. It's hysterical. They're up shaking it. So it just adds a little fun laughter. And if there's different consultants, they take different portions of it. And it's just great to be able to get that going. So simple, easy, but really tag team. And it's a great way to just partner and work with other people that are in your area. We do have several in the Dayton coming up. We have several, I think we have different people that are doing them in Illinois, just Columbus and whatnot. But I know if you are interested, there are other girls probably thinking the same thing. Is there anybody in my area? And I'm sure there is. So just put it out there in your team page, and we'd love to be able to connect you, because I'm sure, and I never mind doing a call. So I see Sarah's back. Was there anything else you wanted to add? We talked about themes and the bingo, and then we're wrapping it.
No, that's okay. I had one more thing, but I'm going to post it on our group, because I know we're over our time. So it's just about a little black dress theme for a party. It was fun. So I'll just post about it in our group so everybody can see it. Yeah.
Okay, and I'll post it in ours. So perfect.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Well, thank you,
Right.
Sarah,
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for coming. Post real quick. I want to do a drawing. Real quick, just comment your name that you're on, and I'll do a quick drawing. So let me count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
How do I comment? Huh?
Yeah.
Not sure how to comment.
There we go.
You might have to double check my numbers. 23. I think I'm counting right.
I did it for you, Bridget.
Thank you.
Anybody on their phone that's not on the computer?
I'm on a phone.
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
Leslie.
Okay.
Leslie's on a phone.
Melissa's on the phone. Melissa Prouty.
Okay. All right. I might need you to go back through, Sarah. Can you? Oh.
Yeah, it just came up. I'm on my phone too. My computer's not cooperating. Okay, yes.
Are we stuck?
Nope, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I think I show as 32 people that commented. I just want to make sure because I'll do random number and then we'll
Yes.
see.
I got 31, but if you put 32 in, we should be fine.
Okay, let me pull up random. I know there was more because I fell 40 some, but some people must have gotten off, but that's okay. Okay, we've got 1 to 32. So our number 6. So let's go back up, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shelly Clements, you are our winner. So what I need you to do, if you can, are you still on? Let me do gallery view. If you can, just reach out to me, Shelly, and or Yvonne, and just depending on who you have on your list. Oh, yep. Can you PM me through Facebook and send me your address, and we'll make sure we get you something out tomorrow in the mail. That's Berkeley. Yay, awesome. Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much. This will be posted again, so if you need to go back and watch some notes, it has been recorded, and I'm just excited that this is the holiday season and we've got lots we get to do. And if you're not where you want it to be, I just have to tell you, this is the best-selling season. My October wasn't quite where I wanted it to be, but I know I am going to kick some booty in November, and I have a lot of work and a lot of ground, and there's still plenty of time in October. I'm added a couple more parties today for October. So don't feel like the month is done. We're only in a few weeks, and there's plenty of time to add in a few more of those boutiques or blingo events, or just whatever you guys need. Just reach out to your leader and let us work with you to be able to make that happen, okay? All right. Love you guys. Have
Bye,
a
guys.
fantastic night, and
Night.
we'll talk to you guys soon.